Hey pals, I filmed this video literally like 2 days after I got back from Disneyland Paris, so that's why I look absolutely knackered, because I was mid-dissertation, had just gotten back off a holiday and was not very well. So just as a heads up, this video was filmed at the end of September. Because this was filmed in September, the Marvel Summer of Superheroes has finished now, but it will be coming back next year, but they are changing the name. But I think that obviously they'll just be kind of improving and expanding on what they did this year, and I would say this year was worth it because I think there was loads of things, like really good things that you got to do. The Spider-Man meet and greet for everybody is now reopened because the package has now ended, but there is still Marvel merchandise throughout the parks. I've seen a lot of it is now on sale because they are rebranding the name for next year, so there's a lot of it still on sale, there's a lot of it still available. So the stuff is, you know, a lot of the things are still there, maybe not everything, but a lot of the things are still there, and it is coming back next year, I believe. Okay, cool. Enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my Disneyland Paris 2018 haul. So we went for the Run Disney weekend and we ended up running the Run Disney 5K. And I'm going to do a whole video about my Run Disney experience because it was my first time taking part in any of the races. So I want to make a whole video about it, and there will also be vlogs coming from over the course of the whole weekend as well. But yeah, we stayed in Disney. We actually stayed in the Disneyland Hotel this time and it was amazing. It was probably my favourite Disney trip. I had the best time and we did so many amazing things, and I was just so happy and proud of myself for taking part in the race, because as you guys know, if you've been following my channel for a while, I'm not the wellest of people and I do have a couple of like chronic illnesses, so I was very proud of myself for being able to run that race. But I also, obviously, going to Disney, I bought some things and I got some things over the course of the time that we were there, so I thought I'd share it with you because there's some really cool things at Disneyland Paris right now, and these videos really helped me when I was looking to see what I wanted to buy, so I thought I would show you guys what I got and the prices and all that jazz. So the first thing that I actually have with me is not something that I bought, but it's something that comes in the hotel room, and I'm sure you guys know, but the Disney hotels come with these little pots, and this is just like body lotion and shampoo. And this one, when I went last year, we stayed in the Hotel New York and they were blue, but this time we stayed in the Disneyland Hotel and they were these colours. They're really good and everyone knows they keep them. Like, everyone in the hotels know that we get, like, people take these home and they are for you to use and stuff, and they replace them every day. So I'm going to talk about the stuff I got for the race because obviously that was given. So we got a race t-shirt for our particular race, and our race was the 5K, and the overarching theme of the race this year was villains, and our villain was a Marvel villain and it was Thanos. So we got this t-shirt. This is the Thanos t-shirt, and on the back it has all the sponsors of the Run Disney race. So yeah, it just says Thanos 5K 2018 Marvel Disneyland Paris, which obviously isn't something you can buy, but that is something that I did get from the race. This isn't something you can buy, but we got our medal as well, which has got the gauntlet on it, and it says Disneyland 5K 2018, and the medal is Thanos with the Infinity Stones that says 5K Marvel Disneyland Paris 2018. This is amazing. This is genuinely, this is massive. It's really heavy, and getting this at the end of the race was incredible feeling and so good, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so on to the things that I bought. So we actually booked the Marvel package because during the summer there has been, and over the last couple of months, there's been the Disneyland Paris Summer of Superheroes, and there's been a whole Marvel section. There was a Marvel show and the Stark Expo and loads of different Marvel things you could do. Part of the package was that we had dinner with the Marvel characters, so it was Captain America and Thor that we ended up seeing, and then we also got to meet Spider-Man because the actual Meet Spider-Man is closed at Disneyland Paris at the moment unless you have this Marvel package. For the meal that we had with Captain America and Thor, part of the options for what you could get as the drink was you could get the Iron Man drink, which came in this cup, and you press this bit and it opens, and the drink was in there. But I really like this, like I thought this was really cool. This was, you can buy these around the parks as well, like in the Walt Disney Studios Park bit, there's like 2 stands where you can get them, and this was €15, €14.99, €15 with the drink in it as well. And Tony Stark's my fave, Iron Man's my fave, so I absolutely love the fact that I got this. I don't know if this one will be continued to be used as a cup. I think this one is just going to sit here with my Iron Man stuff. I might actually like have it open and put my little Tony in there, my little Pop Funko. But I love this. I think it's really good quality. I think it's really well made for it being like a cup, and it's brilliant. So they also have a Guardians of the Galaxy dance-off situation and some loads of Guardians stuff. So to commemorate the Guardians stuff, I got another cup. I got another souvenir cup. I went a bit mad with the souvenir cups this trip. And the one that I got was little Groot, and he has this straw here, which you can take him out. You can take the straw out if you don't want to use it as a cup. And Groot dances as well, and it says I am Groot here, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy on the back. I love Groot. He is my favourite in the Guardians lot, and this little dancing baby Groot, and I thought it was great. This was about, I think this was like €12, 13 euro or something, but he's just a little cool cup. This one I think I actually will just use as a cup, because you just take him off there. Then you can use that, and then he comes with a straw and stuff, so he's easier to drink from. But he can also sit on the shelf. I absolutely, I love him. He's so cute. Keeping up on the Marvel theme, I like to get things to commemorate my trip, and most of my trips seem to have themes to them. Like the first time I ever went when I was a kid, the big theme was Pirates of the Caribbean. That was when I was going through my Pirates of the Caribbean phase, and loads of stuff I got that my mum and dad bought for me was Pirates of the Caribbean themed. When I went with Ellie, it was very much ride themes. It was rides I hadn't been on before, so it was my thing. Last year it was definitely a Rapunzel themed trip, and I will link the haul from last time down below. And this time, obviously, you can guess the theme. The race was Marvel themed. The stuff we had the Marvel package, it was Marvel themed. So my trip this time was a very heavy Marvel themed trip. Apart from 2 characters, everybody that I met was a Marvel character. Everything we did was a Marvel thing. So I bought lots of Marvel things to commemorate that. And about 2 weeks before we left, my wallet died. I have a wallet that I got for my birthday last year from Pep Kidson, and I'm not going to say died, it broke. It broke. The zip completely came off, and one of the compartments I can't get into anymore. So I needed a new one, and I ended up seeing this while I was because as part of the Marvel package they gave you a €60 gift card. It was €60, and what I bought was 40, so I still had 20 left. I bought a Captain America purse, and this is Loungefly, and for those that kind of buy lots of fandom merch stuff, you probably know about Loungefly. They do really, really good quality purses and bags and fandom stuff, and I loved this. And like I said, it was €39.99, but I think that's really good because it's something that's really useful. And it's got slots inside here for cash, and then it's got a thing there for coins, and then it's got a section here for cards, and then I'll probably put my driver's license in there for ID. This is just brilliant. I'm really, really happy with this. I absolutely love this. It's really good quality. It feels really good. I absolutely love it, and it's something that's really useful. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of as well. So I was really happy with this. They had a Spider-Man purse and a Captain Marvel purse, and they also had a Captain America bag, a Spider-Man bag, and a Captain Marvel bag. But I just bought a new handbag recently, but it was I bought the handbag very much so because it reminded me of Peggy Carter, and that purse goes with it perfectly. So I am very happy about that. And then also to commemorate Cap, because I do love him. Tony is my fave, but I do love Captain America. I did end up also getting this cushion, which is the shield. This is so soft. I don't know why the label's massive. I think I'm going to cut this off. This is so soft. It's bigger than it looks actually. It's genuinely a really reasonable sized pillow. And this was €24.99. This was scattered all over the parks. I saw this in so many different shops in Disney Village and in the Walt Disney Studios park. And I absolutely love this. And it's just, look at it. It's so good. It's such good quality. Really, really, really soft. I love it so much. And obviously, going to Disney, I always buy some ears that I wear around the parks, and this time I went for these ones. These are a little bit more expensive than the regular ears. These were, look how sparkly they are, I love them. These were €19.99, but I've wanted these ones for so long since I found out about them when they were in America. So I just said to myself, if there's still some in Paris, I'm gonna get a pair. And these were actually in abundance in Paris. They were in every shop I went in. I think there were so many of them in each shop. So if you're going soon, don't you worry, these will be available. These ears do hurt my head. All Disneyland ears hurt my head, but I felt like these ones didn't hurt my head as quickly as the other ones did. They did eventually, but not as quickly, but the sequins do get caught in my hair. But yeah, so I got these ones as well, which I wore over the course of the weekend. So for those that have been watching for a while, you may know that I collect pins, and for each trip that I go I get pins to kind of correlate with that trip. So this time I got a Tower of Terror lanyard for my pins to go on, and there was a Marvel one which I was going to get, but I really didn't like it and I didn't want to get it just for the sake of getting it. So Tower of Terror is my favourite ride. So it says Hollywood Tower and then Hollywood Tower Hotel. symbol all the way up the lanyard, which is great. And then I got some pins. So the first pin that I got was the Disneyland Paris Magic Run 2018 weekend pin to show that I was in this race. I did this race and I love this race. This was €6, but obviously you can't get this. This was from the Health and Wellness Expo, and that was the only place you could get it from. So it was a little bit cheaper because it was only €6 from this place. And these ones were not available throughout the park. They were just at that expo. Then I got to commemorate the whole Avengers experience that we had. I got this pin, which is the Avengers pin, which is just the Avengers logo. When we had dinner with Captain America and Thor, I actually Disney bounded as Peggy Carter from the Captain America, and he knew exactly, Captain America knew exactly what it was. And I wore this because I was going to order the pin that Peggy has, but it wouldn't have arrived in time, so I got this while we were there and wore it instead of the Peggy pin. But yeah, so this was really cool. This was the green one. I'll put up here the like what price all the colours are, but this was green. And then another green that I had was the Spider-Man one, because we met Spider-Man. This was actually the only Spidey thing I was able to get around the park. So I've got the Spider-Man pin. This was also green, and I really, really like this one because I like this, his head, and kind of you can sort of, I think that was quite smart. This time we stayed in the Disneyland hotel, like I said, and I get the pins for each hotel I've ever stayed in. And this time I got the Disneyland hotel pin, which is probably my favourite pin. This was blue. I actually only saw this in one shop, and there was one left, and I couldn't find it in any other shop after that, so I was really glad I got it when I did. But this is the Disneyland hotel pin, and I think it's really, really pretty. And I stayed with, when I went when I was younger, I stayed with my mum and dad, and we stayed in the Hotel Cheyenne. And last time when I decided I was going to collect the pins for each hotel, they didn't have the Cheyenne one, but I ended up getting it this time, and this was a yellow one. Now they also have like an animators collection of pins, which are gorgeous, and Rapunzel is my favourite princess, and this was the last Rapunzel pin, and the only Rapunzel pin I saw in any shop, so I'm glad I picked it up. And then there's just little animated Rapunzel with Pascal, and that was also green. And then this is another green pin, and it was the Mickey Mouse Rainbow Pride one, which I really, really, really like. This was actually, I couldn't find this very many places either. They have 3 different types of the Pride pins, and this was obviously the most popular one. But yeah, so I got that one. And then we met Darth Vader this time, and we met Darth Vader last time, and I didn't get the pin to correlate for that. And this time I thought I'm just going to get it because I love the pin, and it's absolutely great, and it can go on my Rebel Alliance jacket that I've got. So it was the BB-8 Join the Resistance pin, and his little body spins around as well. And this was a pink pin. This was, the band is pink, but I absolutely love this pin, and like I said, I saw it last time and didn't get it and regretted it, so I'm really glad I did it this time. To go along with that little BB-8, I actually ended up getting the BB-8 souvenir cup as well. Again, you can take the straw out, and he's just a little BB-8, and you take him off here, and you use this bit as a cup. Oh, we had a BB-8 burger, and I kept some of the wrapper, and he's just in this. This is probably my favourite souvenir cup that I got, and I got this like half an hour before you needed to leave, so well done me. I love this very much. It's really good quality. He looks really good. It's made really well. He was €13, I think, and I just love him so much. He's just gonna sit there. I do love BB-8. I do love Star Wars. And then we went on Star Tours, and when you finish Star Tours, you come off into a little Star Wars shop, and there was this photo booth in there. So we got this little thing of pictures, and it comes with 2. Mine has BB-8 on the top, and we just took these little pictures on this photo thing, which I think is really cute. They had one in the Walt Disney Studios as well, so we ended up getting them, and they were just €2 each. They printed off 2 strips, and it was really cool, and so it was like €1 each, and I really, really like these, and I will keep these, and I love them. I also got this at the Health and Wellness Expo for the race. They had this giant ball pit where you could fall backwards into ball, and they took pictures. So I have this, and this is me falling backwards into lizard balls. So there's that. And then this time I decided that I wanted to get a Mickey Mouse plush, because I don't have a Mickey Mouse plush, and obviously Mickey is Mickey. He is the one, and it is his 90th birthday this year, and I decided I wanted to get a little Mickey plush just to commemorate that and to share my love for Mickey Mouse. So I ended up getting this one, who was €17.99, and he's just a little Mickey. Just sits like this, just the classic style of Mickey, and I really, really, really love him. I just think he's really good. There was a massive Mickey, and I do really want the massive Mickey, but I couldn't get it back this trip, so I just went for a little one for now. But I'm really, really happy with him. I think he's really sweet, and just everything I wanted in just a little Mickey Mouse. He's exactly what Mickey Mouse is. and I love him. And then I wanted to get the jumper which says Disneyland Paris and then it has all the pictures on it, but they didn't have my size, and they didn't have a size that was remotely near to my size. That was the same with last year as well. I wanted to get it last year and I couldn't. They just didn't have any in my size. So I ended up going for the t-shirt. I'm going to Walt Disney World and I am going to get the jumper in there, I think. It's exactly the same as a jumper except it's not grey and not a jumper, it's a t-shirt. And it says Disneyland Paris on the top, and then it has Mickey in the middle, and then it has Space Mountain and Discoveryland, the Disneyland Park in 1992, Walt Disney Studios, which is 2002, and then the little Eiffel Tower, the Hollywood Tower of Terror, which obviously is my favourite ride, and then it says at the bottom, I only hope we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse, which was a quote from Walt Disney, and it has his little signature there. I really, really like this. It's really soft, and I didn't think this colour suited me, but I put it on, I tried it on, and I actually loved it. It's so comfortable, so soft, and I'm so glad I finally got this design on something that I can wear because I've been wanting it for so long, and I love it. Then I just got literally all the sweets I got this time, because all the sweets that I wanted to get they didn't have, was just this bag of like milk chocolate things, and I just sort of bought this for like my house, for people in my house to eat. I am lactose intolerant, so I'm not really supposed to eat it, but I sort of pretended I wasn't lactose intolerant when I was in Disneyland because there were so many cool things. I'm sort of needing to tone it down a bit now. But I bought these just sort of to bring some sweets back, really. And they were €5.99 and they're just little bars of milk chocolate. And then the last thing that I bought, and this was the last thing that I bought. My cousin was waiting in the train station and I legged it back out to go and get this because I knew if I just didn't do it, I'd regret it. I kept thinking about it. I kept thinking, oh, like, I want to get this, I want to get that, and that's fine, that's fine. And then I just kept thinking, I will regret this if I don't get it. There's a Starbucks in Disney Village, and Starbucks do a You Are Here collection, and you can get a mug based off of where you are, so you can get them for like London and Paris and New York and all the places where there's a Starbucks. And I saw that there was a Disneyland Park one, and it was pink and pastel-y and beautiful, and it had Space Mountain and the castle, and I didn't end up getting it. And we were in the train station and I was thinking, I don't need another mug, it's fine. And then I just googled it on the off chance to see if you could buy it online, and saw that there was a Walt Disney Studios version, which I was unaware of, in that Starbucks in Disney Village. Walt Disney Studios Park is my favourite park. It's always been my favourite park, and it was the park where a lot of things that we did happened this time. It was where we finished our race, it was all the Marvel stuff, it was where the Stark Expo was, it's where my favourite ride, Tower of Terror, is, and we spent a lot of time in that park, and I just thought, I can't leave without it. So I said to my cousin, I'll be really, really quick, I will be 2 seconds, and I ran. So I ended up getting the Walt Disney Studios one, and I love it. It says Walt Disney Studios Park, and then it has the Toy Story drop, and like the Remy Ratatouille bits, and then it has the giant hat for Art of Animation, the Hollywood bit, the Eiffel Tower, and Tower of Terror itself. I love this mug so much. It is a good size for a mug. It's like a hug mug that you can like hug and have like this, and I think that it's just so pretty. I would have bought both, but it came down to like, it was a lot of money. €19.90 for a mug, which is very expensive, and I just needed to be realistic and be like, I can't spend €40 on 2 mugs, that's so much money. So I bought this one because this was my mug and my favourite park, and the park where everything happened this time, and just the park which I always just love being in, and it's my favourite park and has always been my favourite park. So there we go. Yes, so that is what I bought this time from Disneyland Paris. I'm sure you can see the theme, very Marvel-y. I had an amazing time. I'm going to do a whole video discussing my race experience, and there will be vlogs coming and a hotel room tour coming, because Disneyland Hotel, first time I've ever stayed there, probably will never stay there again. It's like ridiculous, but it was absolutely amazing. So I'm going to discuss that. So there are lots more Disney videos coming. I need to sort out all of the vlog footage, man. I'm very lucky that I was able to get all of these things. This is in no way showing off, this is just to show you the things that are around and the prices, and give you a rough idea if you're currently going and planning a trip. So yes, have you been to Disneyland recently? Did you take part in the run? I'd love to know if you did. What runs did you do? And have you done any of the Marvel superhero stuff? Let's discuss down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, then I make videos a couple of times a week about books and fandom-y things, so if you want to stick around, then you can do so. I hope that you guys like this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope we're doing really, 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 really well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!